Alright, now I'm going to show you how to land the Aegis Reclaimer on Orison. Can be somewhat difficult on your first time, but it's not too bad. So of course, first things first, we'll get in our pilot seat. I'm out here at Yela in the asteroid belt. Now I've already gone into my Moby glass and set my route to Orison. You already know how to do that. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and clear a route, but just go ahead and pick Orison, set your route. It'll give you the best route there. It's pretty important for this reclaimer. Trying to jump around and find it, it's just too difficult. I find it's just easier to set all your waypoints. So we're going to jump to Crusader, and it's going to jump us to Orison. Alright. Orison's on the other side of the planet. Now, on our way over there, I'm going to go over a very important feature, and that's how to use your third person really well. So, of course, F4 gets us into third person, and holding Z lets us look around the ship, right? So, you'll find yourself in this view most often. Now, while I'm in the third person view and you hold the F4 button, you can use your mouse wheel to zoom out and zoom in while holding the F4 key. So that can be quite helpful so that you're not so close to your ship. You kind of zoom out far like that, see? So that's one important feature. For now, I'm going to ride in first person. And the reason I like first person is because you can find where you need to go in Orison a lot easier in this view. In my opinion, is just how I like it. And I pretty much get all the way to the area that we land in before I put it in third person and put my landing gear down. We'll go over that. Now what I find very useful is to put all the power to your engines, and all I do is I push F6 and I push F6 all the way down. F8 will recenter it. Just to show you what I'm talking about, I'll go to the power right there. Now you can see that triangle, and when I push F6, it pushes all my power to the engines. F5 will push all your power to the weapons. F7 pushes all to the shields and power supply. Anyways, I'm going to put it on F6. The reason I like it here is because if you need to boost, you have it. Anyways, let's get down to Orison. I'm going to turn my quantum drive off. I'm upside down right now, so I'm going to turn this ship right side up. And of course, the structure that we're looking for is that right there. That structure is our landing area. So I don't fly low like this. I'm going to come in kind of high right here. I don't like to go too fast coming in because this thing is really hard to slow down. So I think that right around 150 is probably good. Looks like I'm going 160. That's okay. Once you get better at it, you can come in kind of hot, but we're not going to do that right now. I could boost and get myself going a lot faster and slow down before I get there. I would work on that at a later time when you get more comfortable landing. It's going to land us on one of the edges. Since we're on this side, it's probably going to land us right here. It may land us right there where I'm pointed at, but more than likely, unless somebody's there, it's going to park me right here. Right where I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm pushing D right now to strafe to the right, And I'm going to go ahead and get lined up with that bay. So I'm strafing right. Just strafing right is all I'm doing. And I'm paying attention to my height, my altitude rather. Right now I'm at 86,000. That means I'm 6,000 from the ground. Kind of have to pay attention to that, because if you start getting close to 80,000, you're level with the landing port. You don't want to be that low. I'm still strafing right. And I'm slowly, as you see, turning the ship to the left, and then using my Q key to roll to the left. All right, and I'm going to get it all lined up. Looks like we're looking pretty good right now. See how I'm lined up? Looking good. Right now our altitude is right at 84,200. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing it up a little bit. Now that I'm lined up with my bay, I'm going to go ahead and start looking up a little bit. We're at 82,800. I'm going to go ahead and call for my bay.
Please proceed to assign landing bay.
And looky there, it's going to be this one, isn't it? Let's see, where's it putting us? Oh, it put us in that bay over there. Alright, so now I'm going to have to lower the landing gear, which I just did. I lowered my landing gear, and I'm going to go ahead and start boosting right away. Push that space bar and slow this thing down. I'm using space bar right now to get a boost as we are falling. I'm going to go ahead and push shift to give myself some boost and bring this thing back up. There we go. Alright, now I'm pushing W to go forward. And you have to continuously watch your altitude and don't let it start falling too quickly. See, I'm already at 200. I'm going to try and keep it 81,200. I'm just going to keep on pushing the space bar at the same time that I'm going forward to keep my altitude up. I'm going to push F4 so I can see my view. But I'm going to come back always just to check my altitude. I'm just going to go back and forth, checking my altitude. I'm going to keep it around 81,200. I think that's a good altitude while I come in. So I'm just checking my altitude. Looks like my altitude is maintaining. Now another important thing I need to point out is you see how I'm right at 0, right at 5. As I move this thing up, I'm at 10. You want to keep it at 5. 5 is where you want it, and it will maintain altitude really well. It will go strafe and go forward, backwards really easily. If you don't have it at that 5, it tends to roll. It tends to go forward or backward when you don't want it to. So I'm going to keep it at 5 on my display up there, if you see what I'm talking about, right in the middle of the screen. So now I'm getting kind of lined up. I'm pushing S to slow myself down to get close to this bay. And while in this view, I'm going to go ahead and hold Z, look at my camera. Okay, it looks like I'm looking pretty good. I'm pushing S to slow my ship down. Coming in nice, coming in nice. If you think you can do it from this view, slowly move your mouse to the left. This is very slight, very slight. I'm going to show you on F4. I haven't got it really far over, just to kind of get it start turning. I'm not touching my mouse right now, I'm just letting it turn. I'm going to check my altitude. Altitude's good. Now I'm going to start moving my mouse back to the center, but slowly turning it. If you feel like your ship's getting out of control, go ahead and look at F4. Make sure that you're right at 5 still. You don't want to be at 0, you don't want to be at 10, or right at 5. Right there's where we want. right? I'm going to go ahead and kind of get over the hole. So in this view, I'm going to push W to go forward, but I'm tapping it, not going very fast. You don't want to go fast because the landing gear down, you're in vertical takeoff mode, so you don't have a whole lot of stopping power going forward and backwards. All right, I'm tapping it, tapping it. All right, I'm going to strafe to the right, very slowly again. All right, we're looking good right here. I'm going to go ahead and come back to my cockpit view and watch my altitude as I come down. And I'm going to put it right at about, I'm tapping this again by the way, 81,000 is pretty good. Now I'm going to start keeping it in this view and using Z to kind of look and see my ship. As you can see, I need to turn the nose of the ship to the left a little bit. So I'm going to stop, nose it to the left a little bit, and then bring it back to the center. Right? And I'm going to come in here and make sure that I'm still at 5. It's looking good. And I'm going to start lowering slowly. Right, I'm going to use Z to how I'm looking. It's looking pretty good. I'm just tapping as I'm going down. But if I'm not pushing anything right now, and the ship is maintaining its height, it's maintaining, I'm not falling, everything's perfect. Now watch this though. If I put it at 10, I put it right here, the ship will slowly start either moving forward or falling. Right now it's kind of slowly falling. I don't want that. Keep it at 5. It's your best bet. 5 is the best way to go. Alright, now all I gotta do is land. I'm just gonna slightly tap it forward. I'm gonna kind of look from the side. Now I can see where my front and back need to be. Right. I'm pushing S to slow myself down. I think I went a little too far. So I'm gonna push S to back up. I'm holding it, see? So this thing doesn't slow down very good. There we go. She's looking pretty decent. Its rear thrust is so slow. Alright. That's holding S. It doesn't go backwards very fast. Alright. So it looks like left and right I'm pretty good. See, it's already been 12 minutes. It's taken me a while to land. Looks like I need to go to the right a little bit. I'm going to strafe right. And then I'm going to look to the side of the ship. And back up just a little bit, see? The biggest thing you can mess yourself up on is make sure you don't move that mouse when you let go of Z. I'm holding Z and I move the mouse around, but don't touch that mouse when you let go of Z. I'm going to start lowering myself again. Push Z. Everything's looking good. Looks like I need to back up just a little bit though. Perfect, right? It's looking pretty good. I think she's good. Not bad, right? See, it's nice and good on the sides and front and back. I feel safe that I can just come down and land, no problem. So I'm just going to go back in the cockpit and slowly land. Try not to break my landing gear.
Landing complete.
Like a glove. Engines off.
Engines offline.
And that is a successful landing with the reclaimer. Alright, hope that was helpful.